Oh, oh, I grew up believing the future would open its doors. Every year it feels like the locks get heavier. People say progress is on our side, yet the tears on the sidewalks tell another truth. Parents work their whole lives for a home. Now I can't even afford one empty room. The city speaks in numbers I can't chase, and the silence of my paycheck keeps mocking me. They taught us to be grateful for the soil we stand on, but the ground keeps shaking under our tired feet. I watch the news tell stories of greatness, while my friends hide their fear behind fake fires. Sisters got left before they're even spoken, crushed by flashbacks with no ways to try to grow. But every step is tangled, like walking through smoke that burns our lungs. I keep asking why the stars feel so distant, as if the sky is closing itself to our generation. Crime slips through the alleys where hope used to walk, waiting for anyone too tired to keep fighting. People disappear behind closed blinds and locked doors, not dead, just too wounded to face the world. Our leaders talk about vision and pride, but the streets are drowning in our fake lies. We're told to trust the system that raised us, even though it keeps feeding on our fear. In the richest nations, wheels built on gold and smoke, loneliness lives beside every restless child. We were promised a life untouched by struggle, yet struggle is the only thing that never leaves. Some nights I can't breathe, thinking of tomorrow, a future shaped like a fist against my chest. I wanna run, but there's nowhere to feel safer, 'cause the darkness follows no matter where I am. So the world was breaking slowly, I wouldn't doubt it for a single second. You can hear it in the shaking of young hearts. You can see it in the eyes that want me try. We try to stay soft in a world built on sharp edges, but kindness feels like a luxury we can't afford. The rich tell the struggle builds character, while you sleep on mountains will never reach. Till I carry the pieces of what I believe, even when they cut into the palms of my hands. I keep moving because stopping feels dangerous, and surrender is just another kind of death. So if you're lost in a city collapse, your future, know that you're not alone in the heavy silence. The world may fall apart around your shoulders, we can rebuild something honest from the ashes. Honest, even if the flames are all we've ever known. Neighbors' kids run past my gate, while memories begin to fade. Old friends show photos of their lives, grandchildren's faces, husbands and wives.
gentle night, reminding me of passing time. Did I choose right? Did I choose wrong? The answer's hidden in this song, but no one's here to hear me sing about these quiet aching things. Sometimes strange leaves falls. Sometimes strange leaves falls. Sunday mornings used to feel like peace. Now they're asking things of me. Asking things of me. Time keeps asking things of me. Away from every voice that tried to steady me, thinking freedom would clean the mess inside my head. But the knives grew sharp, the rules grew smaller, and I realized breaking faster than I could pretend. I can't outrun the damage I made. Every choice cut deeper than the line. Chase a world with no direction, tearing pieces of myself just to feel awake. Something inside me is starving for meaning, and now freedom burns colder than the chains I escaped. Friends faded when I stopped showing up. Family stepped back when I shut every door. I kept calling it independence, but all I did was dig myself into a place I couldn't climb from. I thought distance would save me, but it only left me with a quiet I can't survive. This isn't living, this is falling apart. Every open road led me back to the same empty room. If there's something left of me, let it stand up now, before I slip into the life I said I wanted. Final. I ran so far from everything that held me, only to lose the parts that made me whole. Freedom meant nothing without a heart to carry it. Now I'm fighting for a meaning I should have searched for long ago. Final line. I wanted freedom, but I never asked what it would cost.
no, I never recall force.
Life never asked if I wanted to be here. It simply dropped me into the middle of a storm. Every step felt like I was walking into something broken. Every lesson cut deeper than the one before. I grew up learning pain by heart, as if the world was training me to do the worst. I keep asking if any of this was ever in my hands, or if the script was written long before I arrived. This all we're given, what I wanted, push to survive. Carry walls no one else will acknowledge. We fall in the shadows people forget, and the grave was peaceful till you learn the truth. There's judgment waiting past the door. Another world, another sentence, a debt we never chose to pay. Love rusts faster than steel out here. Promises fall apart just from being spoken. People vanish the months you need them. Dreams feel like they're tired of being believed in. Some days it feels like my purpose was just to suffer, to witness pain. No one ever want me back. There's a plan beyond all this hurt that keeps hiding me that I can't reach. Is this all we're given? What I wanted, push to survive. Carrying walls no one else will acknowledge. We go in the shadows people forget, and the grave looks peaceful until you learn the truth. There's judgment waiting past the door. Another world, another way, sentence, true short than anything alive. I didn't ask to be thrown into chaos, but life rarely waits for anyone's permission. I was raised on broken rules and borrowed strength, holding myself together with fear and habit. Most days I feel like a wreck, but guess how? I used to like rocks and quiet down. Meaning exists in the cracks of this world. It's hiding behind the parts I cannot fix. Is this all the story ever becomes? Once breathing into the stars, watching the rolling forever, waiting for the business away. All through the moments in the dark, but he is alive to this merciless. The nothing we hide stays buried there. Maybe heaven shuts its doors on the damage. Maybe hell is just the world without illusions. Maybe the afterlife is a mirror, forcing us to face the person we ignore. No escape, no second draft, no clean slate. Then tears we swallowed become evidence in the end.
Some mornings I wake up already tired of the day. My mind's been fighting nightmares that won't go away. Before I even stand, my chest feels tight, like I'm bracing for something terrible before the light. Everyone tells me relax, you're imagining too much. They don't live with the brain that shakes under the slightest touch. They don't know what it's like to panic at nothing at all, to feel the ground turning to water waiting to fall. I scroll through the news like the punishment I can't stop, watching the world burn from the bottom to the top. Floods, fires, hunger, wars nobody asked for, like the whole planet's lungs collapsing at the core.
I keep thinking, why was I born into a time that barely holds together? Life built on storms and worsening weather.
Sometimes I swear I didn't ask to be here, didn't ask for a world running out of days, didn't ask for this mind always stuck in a haze. I'm drowning in dust, the ground
have you. Families lining up for food like it's wartime again. See kids half my age forced to act like grown men. Everywhere I look I find another crack in the earth, another reminder how fragile life becomes its birth. And I hear myself overthinking everything I touch. Hate that every little noise can feel like too much. Watch some nights I lie awake, staring at the ceiling cracks, wondering if the world is playing its next attack. I try to breathe slow, I try to stay kind, but there's a battlefield living. Sometimes I swear I didn't ask to be here. I used to think the world was something big and bright, but now it feels like a shadow blocking out the night. I see people pretending everything's fine on the outside, but I know too many who feel the same collapse inside. I don't blame life, but some days I wish I could return the ticket I never bought. Trade this worry-filled heart for a quiet thought. Make it stop! I'm starting to my head, the world on fire. Make it stop! To feel it inside all your days. Make it stop! The feeling that I was born into a torture of my head. To a piece of it just can't take it. This piece of it I have to switch it up a bit. Then I know to get for too fast to all. I cannot pull it down. By the door, dust on the leather. Promised you'd be home when the world got better, but they shipped you off to a desert, never knew your name. A place you didn't hate, a place you didn't blame. They told you it was under that flag needed your hand, but it wasn't even a fight, no soul, not a land. Mom said you cried the night you felt pain left the ground. Said you felt something wrong in the silence around. And I was just a kid, trying to be brave for you, thinking heroes always make it through. But you didn't die for freedom. You died for honor, for pride, for a life that's still. The time you won that never should have had. All the men that I left here holding that you tried to tell me that you didn't die for country, protecting you. I watch the news, call it victory, call it justice served, while families like ours crumbled on every curve. They never showed the children running from the flames you saw, or the fathers just like you breaking under the law. And I hate that I'm angry at the men I adored, cause you fought strangers and never asked for reward. I wish I could forgive you, but you never got the chance to see the ruins left behind your final stance. And every time I hear the anthem, something inside me breaks, a reminder of the cost no one admits it takes. Cause you didn't die for honor, you died for pride, and it doesn't stand for the angels you never walk where you made your stand. Take trying to hold a victory. No, you didn't die for truth, you died for a country obsessed with me. Night parents who sent you there. Ask if they ever smelled the smoke or felt the fear. Do they sleep easy knowing girls like me grow up with a folded flag instead of a family?